Good afternoon, respected viewers. This is George from Ireland. Here I am at Kew Gardens, which is the Royal Botanical Gardens in London. So you can see some of this very verdant spot behind me. It stands in the London suburb of Kew, and the station for it is Kew Gardens. So easy to find, that's a bit logical. And it's hard by the Thames. You can't see the Thames, unfortunately. It's obscured by that curtain of trees behind me. Anyway, there is a royal house here dating from the reign of Queen Anne, which is say around about 1700, though it's open to the public now and the royal family hasn't spent any time there for centuries. And Alexander Pope, who lived not that far away in Twickenham, he used to frequent it, and one of his pieces of doggerel on a dog's collar, appositely, was "I am His Majesty's dog at Kew, whose dog are you?" Though I may be missing a little bit. Anyway, it's an absolutely gorgeous place to look at the flower beds and all the unusual sorts of trees that one wouldn't normally see in the British Isles. And even if you're not into horticulture, as I'm not, it's well worth walking around. £15 admission for an adult. Give an extra £1.50 as a gift, they suggest. Obviously cut price for children. There's a Chinese pagoda currently under repair. If you ever used to read the Rupert Bear books and one of the Rupert Bear cartoons, that one features. What else? There's some huge greenhouses. There used to be a treetop walk. I don't think it's going anymore. We're very close to Heathrow flight path. You can hear the big kite going overhead. So well worth coming, especially in midsummer. Well, something very significant about Kew is Brazil was the only country to produce rubber in the world. They had the rubber trees, and it was illegal to export their seeds. So that's why Manaus was a boom town in the Amazon. But some British guys smuggled out rubber seeds, and they cultivated rubber trees here in the greenhouse at Kew, and that's how the rest of the world got rubber. Britishers set up rubber plantations in Malaya. It was then a British colony, and the French were doing likewise in Indochina, Vietnam as it now is. So there we are. Oh, and there's a faux Grecian temple over there. So there are lots of beautiful things to see. There it is, in Kew Gardens. So well recommended, even if gardening isn't your thing. I remember reading that Walden, I can't remember, George Walden, yeah, a Conservative MP, he showed Valéry Giscard d'Estaing around here, the French president, and France doesn't have a national horticultural garden according to him, and he knew that Giscard d'Estaing was a real enthusiast for gardening, so it was a bit of a coup for him when he was involved in some important negotiations. Highly recommended to one and all.